Sage Holloway had saved the stranger's life 7 years ago. Now he was back, bleeding on her doorstep, and the first words out of his mouth made her blood run cold. "You owe me a debt, Sage, and I'm here to collect." She knew that scar on his jaw, the twisted lines she'd stitched with porcupine quills after finding him half dead in a ravine. 3 bullets in him, left for dead. Cade Mercer, the man she'd saved, had grown harder, meaner. "I don't owe you anything," Sage said, rifle aimed at his chest. Cade's smile was all teeth. "That Apache tattoo on your shoulder says different. The healer's mark. You took responsibility for my life. In your tradition, that makes me yours." He stepped closer. "And what's yours is mine to claim." "That's not... Dutch Kinnaman's men are 12 hours behind me. They know where you are. They know what you witnessed at Skeleton Creek." His voice dropped. "When they get here, they won't ask nice before they kill you." Dutch Kinnaman, the man who'd led the Skeleton Creek massacre 7 years ago, murdered 20 soldiers while dressed as Apache, then blamed her people. She'd testified, but he'd escaped. And he'd been hunting her ever since. "Here's my offer. You play my wife. We infiltrate Dutch's campaign gala in Prescott. I kill him. You get revenge for your people. I get revenge for mine." "What did he do to you?" "Killed my brother. Shot him in the back over a gambling debt." Cade's eyes went cold. "But here's the price. You're mine for the duration. You sleep where I sleep. You touch me when I say. You play the loving wife. Every detail convincing." Sage's stomach twisted. You want alive. This is the price." He pulled out a wanted poster, her face, $5,000. He tossed it in her fireplace. "Help me kill Dutch, or his men take you in 12 hours. Your choice." Distant hoofbeats echoed in the canyon. Sage lowered the rifle. "How do I know you won't sell me out? Because Dutch Kinnaman owes me blood, and I always collect." They rode through the night, hard and silent. At dawn, Cade's wounds reopened. She had to dig a bullet from his ribs while he bit down on leather, not making a sound. "Who are you really?" she asked, stitching him closed. "A dead man who forgot to stop walking." He pulled his shirt on. "Get some sleep. We ride in 2 hours." "Where?" "Wilcox. We need proper clothes, proper story." His eyes met hers. "And we need to look like husband and wife. Really look like it. Dutch's people aren't stupid. Share a room. Share a bed. Play the part completely. And if I refuse, then Dutch wins. Your mother died for nothing. Your people stay blamed." Cade stood. "But you won't refuse. You're a survivor. Like me." He was right. I hated that he was right. The inn at Wilcox had 1 bed. Cade tossed his gear aside, then turned to her. "We need to practice." "Practice what?" "Being married." He crossed to her, cupped her face. Rough calluses, surprising gentleness. "Like this, a man who touches his wife without thinking, because he's done it 1,000 times." This close, she could see gold flecks in his gray eyes. "This is insane," she whispered. "This is survival." He didn't move away. "Dutch will test us, so when I touch you tomorrow, you don't pull away. When I kiss you, you kiss back. Like you mean it." His voice dropped. "Can you do that?" Something dangerous flickered in her chest. "Can you?" Cade's smile was sharp. "Guess we'll find out." He took the floor. She collapsed on the bed, exhausted. She woke once in the night. Cade sat by the window, gun in lap, watching the street. "What are you?" she murmured. "Hero or villain?" He was quiet. Then, "Neither. I'm just the man who's going to kill Dutch Kinnaman. Everything else is negotiable." 3 days to Prescott. With each mile, the act became more real. Cade bought her a green silk dress, bought himself a suit. When he took her arm on the street, it felt natural. "You look beautiful," he said. She couldn't tell if he meant it. At dinner, he poured her wine, touched her hand. Other diners smiled at the young couple in love. "You're good at this," Sage said. "At lying?" His smile was empty. "I've had practice." "At pretending to be decent?" Pain flickered across his face. "Who says I'm pretending?" That night, Sage woke to Cade thrashing in nightmares. She touched his shoulder. Wake up. He came awake violently, hand going for his gun. She grabbed his wrist. It's me. Cade stared at her, breathing hard, sweating. For a moment, he looked broken. You were dreaming, she said. I dream every night. The war, the people I killed. He rubbed his face. Go back to bed. Instead, she sat beside him. Tell me about your brother. He was quiet. Then, Jamie. 5 years younger, sweet kid, too sweet for this world. After the war, after everything I'd done, he was the only one who looked at me like a human. His voice cracked. Dutch shot him over $100. Dealing cards in Santa Fe, didn't even let him turn around. Cade's hands clenched. I spent 3 years tracking Dutch, but he's always protected. Until now. Until you. Until me? You're the key. Dutch built his career on surviving that Apache attack. If the truth comes out that he staged it, murdered those soldiers, he's finished. But you're the only witness. Dutch will try to kill you when he sees you. That's when I'll kill him. You're using me as bait. I'm using both of us. His voice flattened. You think I'll survive killing a governor candidate in front of witnesses? This is suicide, Sage, but I'm taking Dutch with me. And if you testify before I die, all those deaths mean something. You can't. I can. After tomorrow, after Dutch is dead and I'm swinging, that debt, it's paid. You walk free. Clean record, new identity, money. I've arranged it. Because you saved my life 7 years ago. And because pretending to be your husband stopped feeling like pretending. Before she could respond, Cade walked to the window. Get sleep. Tomorrow we end this. Sage lay awake until dawn, heart pounding. She'd started this journey hating him, but the man at her window wasn't a monster. He was just broken, like her, and she had started to care whether he lived or died. Dutch Kinnaman's ranch sprawled like a kingdom. Hundreds of guests, judges, politicians, army officers, celebrating Dutch's campaign. Built on bones and lies. Sage wore the green silk, hair pinned to hide her heritage. Cade looked like a southern gentleman. They entered arm in arm. Nobody looked twice.
Dutch held court in the main hall. Silver hair, cold blue eyes. The missing finger on his left hand hidden by a glove. Sage saw him, and her vision tunneled. 7 years of running, all focused on that face. Easy, Cade murmured, squeezing her hand. Not yet. They mingled. Cade was brilliant, witty, charming. Mr. Caldwell from New Mexico looking to invest. Men gave him business cards. And through it all, Cade kept her close, touching her waist, her hand. Small gestures screaming possession. You're enjoying this, she whispered during a waltz. Maybe I am. His smile was dangerous. You're a good actress, Mrs. Caldwell. But his eyes said he wasn't acting. At midnight, Cade approached Dutch directly. Mr. Kinnaman, Cade Caldwell, I need to speak with you. Dutch's handshake was firm. Perhaps tomorrow. Tonight is perfect, because I have someone you want. He pulled Sage forward. Dutch's face went white, then red. Recognition flashed. You. Hello, Dutch. Sage Naichi, remember? The girl who watched you murder 20 soldiers at Skeleton Creek. The room went silent. Dutch recovered quickly. I don't know. Yes, you do. Cade pulled out documents. Your ledgers. Payments to the men who did Skeleton Creek. Your handwriting. Your signature. And this woman witnessed it all. She'll testify again, Dutch, in front of everyone here. That's forgery. That's proof, Cade's voice carried. And she's ready to talk. Dutch's hand moved toward his coat. Cade was faster, gun drawn. Don't. Guards rushed forward. The governor stepped between them. Hold! Mr. Kinnaman, these are serious allegations. From a half-breed and a drifter, Dutch snarled. From documents and witnesses, the governor said coldly. If she'll testify under oath, she's a liar, Dutch lunged for Sage. Cade shot him, through the shoulder, spinning him around. "That's from my brother, James Mercer, Santa Fe 3 years ago." Recognition flashed in Dutch's eyes. "Mercer?" "Yeah." Cade cocked the gun. Surprised? "Cade, don't!" Sage grabbed his arm. "Let him hang. Let him face real justice. I deserve to see him tried, convicted, humiliated." Cade's finger trembled on the trigger. Then he lowered the gun. "Arrest him," he said to the guards. "For murder, conspiracy, treason." Dutch was hauled away screaming. The governor took the documents, promised investigation. It was over. They kept Sage in Prescott 2 weeks. Testimony, depositions. Dutch's empire crumbled. Dozens arrested, judges removed. Cade stayed close, but didn't touch her anymore. Didn't play the husband, just watched with storm-gray eyes, like he was memorizing something he'd lose. On the last day, she found him packing. "You're leaving." "Debts paid. You're safe. Clean record, money from the government." He didn't look at her. "You can go anywhere. Start over." "What about you?" "Back to what I was. Drifting, hunting, dying in some dusty town." He met her eyes. "That's what I'm good at." "That's not what you're good at." She grabbed his arm. "You saved my life, kept me fighting, made me strong enough to face Dutch. That debt you claimed, you were right. I owe you. You don't owe." "Shut up." She cupped his face. "I owe you, and I'm choosing how to pay. Not with my body because you demanded it, with my heart because I want to." Cade's breath caught. "Sage, stay with me, not as my owner, as my partner, my choice." Her voice broke. "Please." Cade stared at her. She saw the war in his eyes. Guilt, self-loathing, desperate hope. Then he kissed her, raw and real and terrifying. His hands shook, pulling her closer. He tasted desperation and hope. When they broke apart, Cade pressed his forehead to hers. "I don't know how to stay. I don't know how to be anything but a weapon." "Then learn. I'll teach you, like I taught you to survive 7 years ago." "I'm broken." "Then we'll fix each other. We're both broken. Maybe the pieces fit." Cade laughed, rough but genuine. "You really want this? I saved your life 7 years ago. You just saved mine. So we're bound now, whether you like it or not." "I like it. God help me. I like it." Outside, the sun set over Arizona. 2 survivors holding each other. Still standing, still breathing, still choosing each other. "So what now?" Cade asked. Sage smiled. "Now we figure out what comes after the debt, after revenge, when 2 broken people decide to be whole." "I don't have answers. Neither do I. But we stand together, build together, figure it out together." Cade's smile was slow, genuine, real. "Together," he agreed. He kissed her again, slower, sweeter, a promise instead of a demand, a choice instead of a claim. They'd saved each other. Now, they'd save themselves. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell us where you're watching from.